What was it like hanging out with Silverback Gorillas?
Oh man, actually you asked what was the coolest trip. That is one of the most incredible things to do. You can sit this far away from a big silverback.
Okay.
And they are massive. They're like, their heads are like double, triple soccer balls. They're massive and they're just solid beasts and they show very little emotion. You just know that that's the boss. Yeah, so it's pretty special. And you know, the fact is there are not many of them left. They're highly endangered animal. So again, if one understands that, it's a huge privilege to sit with them at this distance, watching their natural behavior. They're complete. You're not disturbing them in any way. They've just taken up to 5 years of habituation process to get to that point. So there's a whole program that people do in the national parks. Firstly, to look after them, so they follow them. Armed security guards look after them 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's people that go along to do research, watch their behavior and do doctorates or whatever they do on them. And then once they've done that for up to 5 years, sometimes a bit longer, then they bring in small groups, no more than 6 people at a time, to view them for an hour, just 1 hour every day. That's it, yeah. So it's quite special, but they're big. They're silverback's a monster.
What other animals have you hanged out with? Or basically all
Yeah,
kinds?
all kinds, but the other really cool thing is also primates, is chimpanzees. In some of those same forests.
Like humans.
They're very similar to humans. They're actually really quite active. They're quite characterful. There's huge dynamics within the family group, so you can sit and observe them for ages. Yeah, gorillas are amazing, but they're a little bit more
scary.
Yeah, the big males are scary, but they don't do as much. Whereas the chimps are active. They climb trees and shouting and screaming and jumping down and feeding and.
I've seen a video of a chimp skating.
Oh yeah, look.
But they push with their arms, not with their.
Yeah.
I've also seen one tie someone's shoe.
They're smart, eh?
Yeah.
They're highly intelligent. They are very closely related to humans, whether you want to believe that or not.
I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. Now we see a lot of cool wildlife and lots of different things. Elephants, lions. My favorite animal is a honey badger.
Those are cool.
Yeah. Small, but they're quite feisty, entertaining to watch.
You ever had an interaction with a bat?
A bat? Yeah. In Uganda, there's a place. There's a waterfall called Murchison Falls, and on the one side of the waterfall is a huge rock face, massive, like it drops down into the gorge, but it's a flat rock face, and you can hear in the afternoon the bats are calling, and they're getting ready to, at the sunset, they're getting ready to fly out, and then like an hour before sunset, you see all these different raptors coming, and they're landing on the trees on the edge of the gorge. They're flying around the valley, some down at the bottom, and they're waiting for these waves of bats to come out. And then they go airborne and they grab these bats and they feed on them.
Yeah.
It's intense. And you're sitting at eye level where there's this specific raptor called a bat hawk. You should check it out on Google. It looks like a bat itself, actually. It's black with these very sharp wings. And they're aerial masters. They catch bats. Now I don't know if you've seen bats flying, but they are so nimble. But these bat hawks can whack them out the sky. So that was probably one of my most interesting bat sightings, is watching them. But when I say like walls of like a whole wave of bats, the sky's like black. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. But I don't think I might have had some. In some of the places I've lived, they have them in the roof. They're all over there. They're quite a naturally occurring animal. But I don't think I've had one where like it's flown in my face or anything like that.
It's cool that bats can still fly very well and they're blind.
Oh yeah, with the sonar location.
Yeah.
That's next level, eh? That's from Mars. The fact that they're sending sound out, I mean this is the basic explanation, but they'll send sound out, depending on how the waves come back at them.
Yeah.
They form a picture of their environment in their computer, their brain. That's how sonar essentially works. And so when when a little moth flies by, the sound waves hit the moth and bounce back, and they pick up that, and that's how they can grab it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's another level there.
I have a funny bat story.
Yeah,
So when I was in primary school,
yeah,
we went to UCT for an outing to learn about all that, the science department, all the creatures they were like doing tests on.
yeah,
And there was a one person doing something on a bat.
yeah,
So my whole class sat in a circle,
yeah,
and we were going to feed the bat. And it was a fruit bat, so, and you know how bats don't really eat the fruit, they just suck the juice.
yeah,
So we were all going to have a turn to feed it.
yeah,
And when it came to my turn, since it probably had more juice than usual,
yeah.
it peed on me.
I don't know if they say, like, you know, the bird craps on you, it's good luck. I'm not sure about a bat there, Dante.
What's a unique story?
It is a very unique story, and you're lucky to be able to laugh about it.
It is funny.
Yeah, it is.